Hi everybody and welcome to the MES tool release highlights of summer 2026. My name is Alexander and I'm excited to show you the latest changes of the tool MES model and refactor. These are the three biggest points since the last newsletter that I'd like to show you today. We improved the line routing and block positioning for split signals, we improved the placement of source and sync blockchains, and we also added a new functionality, the API function for auto layout. So, as always, let's head over to the tool and let me show you the changes directly there. So let's start off with the improvements we made to block positioning and line routing for split signals. In the first example here, you can see if I use auto layout in the old version of MoRe, the line gets routed down here and this is not very good. So in the latest version of MoRe, we fixed this. And now you can see if I use auto layout here, the signal is routed as intended, only one signal trunk here, and everything looks nice and clear. We also improved the behavior of split signal lines originating from import blocks. They are now routed more clearly with fewer line bands while allowing slightly more crossings when beneficial. When I use auto layout in the old version of MoRe, as you can see here, the line is routed at the top here. We only have one crossing, but this may be not the way you would route it yourself. So in the latest version, when I use auto layout here, you can see the line is now routed down here. We have more crossings, but it looks visually really more pleasing. In the last example, I'd like to show you the improvements we made to the positioning of blocks with split outgoing lines. When I use auto layout here in the old version of MoRe, you can see the bus selector, which has outgoing split lines, is placed in the middle between these blocks here. This is not very nice, and we improved this behavior in the latest version of MoRe. So as you can see, if I use auto layout here, this block is now placed at the top here. You don't have the weird positioning in the middle here, and it looks very nice and clean. The second point I'd like to show you is the improved placement of source and sync blockchains. Blockchains that start at source blocks or end at sync blocks are now visually separated from large parallel blocks, resulting in clearer signal flow. When I use auto layout in the old version of MoRe, you can see here that these blockchains are not separated from these blocks here. We already have this behavior for satellites here, but not for chains that are made of multiple blocks. So we improved this behavior in the latest version of MoRe. And as you can see, if I use auto layout here in the latest version of MoRe, these blockchains are now also separated from these parallel blocks here. And now this layout looks much cleaner. And last but not least, let me show you the API functionality of MoRe. As you can see here, I have just a subsystem here, and you can call the API function with this call here and just give it the full path of the subsystem. And so if I use this, you can see the subsystem here is auto layouted. Additionally to these changes, we improved the compatibility of MoRe with other Java-based tools like the Model Examiner, and we made sure MoRe runs in the latest version of MATLAB 2026a. So that's it for today. Thank you for your time and see you next time.